What's up guys? So is this background okay? Check it out, my view. Yes, I have a flying something. So when people ask me, hey, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from New York. And they're like, no, where are you really from? I'm like, oh, you mean my ethnic roots, my parents? They're from Fuzhou, China. And that is southeast. And so Fuzhou is the city and Fujian is the province. I had no idea because people be like, yo, FJ. I'm like, and then it's like Fuzhou, isn't it FZ? But I think they're talking about the whole Fujian. And then Fu means blessed. I just learned this today for this video. So last night in class we talked about assimilation and acculturation. Parents assimilated, they would have been completely Americanized, right? What does that even mean? But I think more so they kept their culture and they worked around getting around America with opening up the little restaurants, instead of their own little business shops. And then acculturate means to take your own heritage and your culture and then also combine it with the new place that you are at. So, growing up, honestly, I had no idea. I was just like, I'm Chinese. And then people be like, yeah, ABC. I'm like, that's true. I'm born Chinese. A lot of Fujonese babies, when we're born in New York or America, States, we get shipped to China. And it's called satellite babies, where your parents are really working hard to save money so that, when you come back out, they can take care of you. So usually you go back to Fuzhou and you grow up with either your relatives or some people, right? And then I remember much in Fuzhou. I remember a rat running across my room, but that's about it. And then learning pinguo, which is apple. A lot of, just coming to understand my family's background is to understand where, how they communicate. It's so different. Everything, their values and the way they speak, and in Fujianese is very rough and aggressive, but that's just how they talk. That's their normal. But growing up, I didn't understand. I was sensitive, so I was hurt a lot of times. So after New York, come back, and then I moved around Philly, Jersey, and then came back for New York. And so Asians very focused on school, educated, because my relatives didn't finish education. They were too poor. So now it's like we're able to have education, and that means that we can be successful, right, in their eyes. Which is true. Education is a huge part of life and understanding and learning. It's not the only way, like formal education. But moved back to New York City for SHSAT. Those New Yorkers, that specialized high schools, right? Standard, whatever. And to me, I was like, this is literally SAT, because in my prep school, it was basically SAT, and then they added that logic part. So yeah, that was my middle school. And most of the time the parents are like tiger/helicopter, but they mean well. Like that's their way of expressing their love, making sure that you get the best education, and they may love differently. Most of us growing up, we never really hear like I love you or like a lot of physical hugs and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean they don't love us, right? It's just communication, cultural differences, what they're used to. So also being the first generation to go to college. Very thankful. Shout out NYU. God is good. Yeah, we can study all we want, but in the end, I don't get to choose where I go. Yeah, so a lot of times growing up, also having to be like a translator for my mom, the language barrier. And also SAT, did I get? Yes, SAT. After the SHSAT, I had to study another 4 years for SAT because, again, right, education. So for those who are in prep right now, it's worth it. It sucks when you're like, you have to be so disciplined, but it's not too bad. Think about, it's useful actually. The reading comprehension now, I use it, in like, you read between the lines and then you try to infer what the passage is saying. You need that in life. It's to receive, to learn as much as you can, and know that you'll somewhat use it in the future. And also the typical thing of learning Mandarin. So 我的中文不是那么好，只是很普通，因为我在家里都没有讲的那么多。 So Fuzhou it's very family oriented and interconnected, where we help each other. It's a spider web, and which is good. But you know, understanding your boundaries as you get older, you're also an adult. You're human, so it's like setting that for yourself, like understanding and communicating that kindly. Shout out to my New Yorkers, my ABCers, my FGers, and of course, my humans, my fellow humans. Thank you so much for listening, and you know, the point of this is to really explore your background. Where are you from? How did you come here today? And you know, life is a gift, as hard as it is. But that's why we call it the present. Stay present.